Hello everybody. Today we are going to get into focus stacking like I promised you a couple of weeks ago, right after this new intro. Tell me what you think of it. Okay, now I had planned on going out to some epic location and taking this huge landscape that you can't possibly get all in one shot. Well, there's no temperature outside, none. It's 0 degrees, colder than heck. It looks really nice. It's sunny out, but there is no temperature. It's colder than crap, and my joints just can't take that. On top of it all, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I was getting out of the van at the end of the day at work today, and one second I was stepping down to the ground, the next second I was laying flat on my back on the ice. So I don't think I'm going anywhere for a while, but oh yeah, but it doesn't hurt nearly as bad as I thought it would. But anyway, that's enough about me. Let's get into the focus stacking. The theory behind focus stacking is when you have a huge area to cover and you're going for a specific effect. Maybe you want the whole thing in focus, but you just can't quite get it all. What you do is you focus at different points throughout the scene and take those pictures with each individual area in focus, and then you combine them all into one perfectly in focus picture. Hopefully I can show you how that goes today. I took a few shots here on this fake landscape that I set up on my desk. I'll show that to you when we get into Lightroom. So let's jump on into Lightroom and I'll show you what we did. Okay, now, as you can see, just the dye is in focus in this picture. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to pretend that we're standing on the edge of a mountain. And this is a big rock formation right in front of us. This sticker row is a stream running through the valley. And then this big ogre back here that, of course, you can't see because I've got them blurred out of focus to exaggerate this effect. But that's going to be the mountain range on the other side of the valley. So if we use our little imagination, we can see how this will come together. And the next shot, the sticker wall or the river is in focus. And then in the third shot, the ogre is in focus, or the mountain range on the other side of the ravine is in focus. So what we do here is we go into develop and we make sure all three of the photos are selected. You can see that down here. All three of them are selected. Now, just like we did in the exposure stacking. Okay, so now that I've found that again, what we do here, now that all three of them are selected, we are going to go down here and edit in and then open as layers in Photoshop. And then, of course, we wait while it opens up Photoshop. Go get a drink, come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, now you can see that we're all loaded in. Make sure that all three of the layers are selected and turned on with the little eye here. You can see how it turns off and on there. And now what we want to do, okay, now that we've got them all loaded up in Photoshop, we want to make sure that all three of our layers are highlighted. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Edit, and we're going to auto-align the layers just in case there was a little bit of shake in the tripod and they're not exactly perfect. And you can just leave this on auto and hit OK, and it'll go through. And you can see we got a little bit on the edges here that are, they weren't exactly right. So you can see we got a little bit there. So we're going to go ahead and crop this down just a little bit. And we're going to pull that edge in just a little bit. And we're going to pull that edge in just a little bit. And pull it down just a hair. And pull it up just a hair. Just to get rid of the ragged edges, hit the OK key. And now, with all three of them still highlighted, we're going to go back over here to edit, and we are going to, it's auto blend layers, and we're just going to have it stack the images, and we don't want it to content aware fill transparent areas. We just want seamless tones and colors, and OK. And now we wait again while it runs this. And now you can see we have one image with all three of our elements in focus. If you look over here, you can see that it actually made masks for you, and you can adjust those a little bit on your own if you don't like exactly how it came out. But that's the basic idea behind focus stacking. And then, of course, from here, you can save. And it should drop it right back into Lightroom for you. Boom, there it is. It just showed up in Lightroom as it's coming down. You can see down here on the bottom where it popped in. We can take this image and we can edit it however we would like. You know, we can change the temperature. We can change the tint. You can do whatever edits to it that you would normally do now, but you have one in focus image from all three. I know this hasn't been the greatest example because I was stuck inside, and honestly, if you wanted to get this particular photo all in focus, you can just, you know, raise your aperture just a little bit. I shot all three of those on an aperture of 1.4 to make sure the blurry sections were blurry. But of course, if you were shooting on something this small, like your dining room table, you could just, you know, expand your aperture just a little bit and get all of it in focus at once. But I think that gives you a basic idea of how we do focus stacking. If you have any questions, leave them for me down in the comments. It doesn't have to be questions on this. Any questions at all, leave me a comment down there. Don't forget to hit the like and the share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.